It is now 16 minutes past 6 o'clock here, Friday morning. We are so excited to have in our studios live none other than the UFC's former champion, Forrest Griffin.
Hey, thank you
hello,
guys
sir.
for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. It's nice and early. I'm happy to be here, though.
Thanks for getting up this early. I was saying off air, we don't often have 6:15 in the morning guests in the studio.
Hey, you guys are worth it. For you guys, anything.
Clem, how do you feel
I'm
now?
not sure. He sounds like he's buttering us up for something.
Now, I have to say this. I got to get this off the table.
You don't have to say it, but you're gonna. So might as well. Let's do it.
So we asked people to put comments on Facebook. And
I will fight those people if they're saying mean things about me.
Well, it's actually about me because the first guy that I see on the list says, "Hey, can you get Forrest Griffin to use Dale Duff as a practice warm-up match?"
Oh, I like that.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, we got a video camera and anything. You guys can get a bunch of hits on YouTube. I don't know what that does, but we'll do it.
No, what if you were going to take out the Duffer? What would be the first
I
move
would
you
not
put
assault
on?
a senior citizen.
Oh! Hey! Wow.
All right, the first shot. I like it.
Shots fired.
Now you're here because we're talking about and promoting this August 16th event. Everybody's very excited about the UFC
Good.
coming.
Yeah. Tickets go on sale today. It's at the Cross Center. What's up with the Cross Insurance Center? It's pretty nice, right?
Oh, it's beautiful, brand new.
Yeah. All
Brand
right. New is good.
And this is Dana White's kind of home territory.
Well, I think this was kind of a little bit his vision quest to bring it here. So I think he's got a house here. I think he maybe went to high school here or something crazy like that.
just on the outskirts of Bangor.
Yeah. So there's outskirts to Bangor. I thought this was the outskirts. I'm just kidding. Hey, I live in Las Vegas. I live in the desert. This place is so beautiful comparatively.
Got a little humidity out there yet?
There's no humidity in Vegas. There's no water in Vegas.
Oh, that's true.
It's dry. It's like
it's a
there's
dry
a blow dryer blowing on you at all times.
A dry 105.
Yeah. It's a dry heat, whatever that means.
We've got to get into your background just a little bit here.
Let's do that. Let's talk
You're
about
a cop.
me.
You're a former cop.
I was, yes. A couple times.
And so, why this?
It pays better. It's easier. Well, when I was a cop, I used to actually get up at 4:15 every morning. Now I do it on rare occasion. So I got up at like 4 this morning, but it's very rare.
Okay.
Don't have to do that much in this line of work.
And so tell us about the decision when you finally decided to get into this fighting business.
No, well, it was, I saw it on TV, and it was literally like, you see something, and you're like, oh, man, that is so cool. I want to do that. So I just started doing it for a couple $100 here and there, and then, you want to get good enough to do that as your full-time job and not have to have a job for as long as possible. Isn't that the goal in life?
Yeah.
To push off getting a job as far as possible.
That's true.
You guys have all figured out how to make it through without working. I like that. I like
Whoa! There's three.
Work. It's overrated.
Yes, it is.
And you went to Georgia, Georgia Bulldog?
I did, yeah. 6.5 years. Got that 4-year degree. A lot of people go to school for 6.5 years.
That's right. Hey, you
They're
like it
called
so much, you might as well
doctors.
stay.
That's right, yeah.
No football down Georgia way?
I was a training dummy for one semester, and I thought, this sucks. And that's actually, I was walking through the gym, very let down, because I'd been good at football in high school, and I saw these guys in a room beating each other up, and I thought to myself, that looks awesome. I want to do that. That's how crazy I was. I remember, God, I'm so old. I remember being, in my 20s, going into Brazil, fighting down in Brazil, and I walked in and I could smell the blood, the iron from the blood on the mat. And I thought to myself, this is real. I thought to myself, I'm in the right place. Now, if I walk the room and I smell blood, I'm like, oh, don't touch anything. CSI will be here. I gotta get out of here. I gotta run. Something horrible's happened here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what does that smell like anyway?
Iron. It smells. Blood kind of smells good. Just putting that out there.
Especially when you make it come from somebody else.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
unfortunately, my career was usually my blood, but that's okay. It's more sanitary. You don't want other people's blood.
Yeah.
I know where my blood's been.
We're going to now call him Mr. Griffin
That's
for the
right.
rest of the morning. Okay, whatever you say, Mr. Griffin.
No, I'm past that phase of my life. Like I said, now it's like, oh, there's got to be a way to work this out peaceably. Let's talk this through.
That reverts you back to the cop days. That's what
Yeah.
you were supposed to do as
Yeah.
a cop, right?
Maybe. Remember, I was a cop before there was video cameras everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Different era. Now, cops today, you know, you're always being filmed. You know, you do anything stupid, somebody pops the cell phone out.
Yeah.
But it's good though. It's accountability.
Sure. So tell me about life in the UFC and the growth of fighting in UFC.
I see. So I found it. I'm still a big basketball and football fan. I found it in around '99, and I, you know, was renting VHS tapes, and I saw this stuff, and I would like show them to people and be like, "Look, this is what it's all about. This is the essence of sport." You know, those guys in football, basketball, soccer, whatever, when they really have a dispute, they take their stupid outfits off and they fight each other. And these guys, they've made it as safe as it can be. They're wearing gloves. You know, they've had a set of rules so nobody gets hurt too bad. But yet, it's fighting. It's the essence of human competition. The first sport, the original sport. And I tried to like tell people this, and they just looked at me like I was weird. And now, 15 years later, I'm laughing at them. Say, I told you guys I was onto something. I told you.
Isn't it good to be right?
Yeah. Especially like, you know, when it, you know, kind of maturates and takes like, you know, 15 years, and then it's like, I told you guys.
Everybody's on board.
But it is big. I mean, I'm sure this place is going to sell out in August. I mean, it is.
As long as Cirque du Soleil's not in town.
Yeah. Did you go see that last night?
No, what, you know, we're from Vegas, so I've actually seen it a couple times. It's pretty. I don't know what you got going here, but it's pretty impressive. Like, I like to watch it just to be like, oh, people can do that. I did not know. I did not know the human body would do that. That is interesting to me.
All right. I got to ask another. Somebody
Do it,
said
yes.
also in the comments that the greatest fight ever, you and Bonner.
That's what I keep telling people.
You do, huh?
Right place, right time, on live television. Get in a fight with a guy you kind of like. There you go. Just punch each other in the face. See who falls down first.
No, a guy you like or a guy you like to fight?
Well, both, yeah, both. We fought a couple times. We worked out together, and you know, it's and that's the thing about. I don't think people grasp in UFC. There's not a lot of bad blood like in football and other sports because you've done it. It's cathartic. You fought each other. It's over. You know. You don't have to have the you know, the little word contest. You know, the old you know, whatever, who's packing what contest. It's like, you know, you've seen what the other guys got to offer, and it, you know, so that's why you see guys actually hugged a lot after, like they've been through something together, like this shared experience. It's a weird sort of conundrum.
And the comments are saying that put UFC on the map. Do you believe that?
Well, I've got it on. It says it on that piece of paper in front of you, so it's got to be true.
But these fans that are putting comments in on Facebook, they're saying that too.
Well,
So
good. Then I have a job. My job is secure. Yes, thank goodness.
tell me about the training. You got a big fight coming up at whatever point in time. Tell me what your training is.
Well, I like to have no more than 4 beers for breakfast. I walk lightly on a treadmill, and then I go out and fight homeless people. No, I'm kidding. No, you know, it's very professional. It's very much, you know, like you work on a. It's tough because there's a lot of disciplines. I don't know why they call them disciplines, but there's a lot of arts, and they're not really arts either. But you got grappling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, karate. You got all these crazy things, judo, wrestling, that you have to like work on, and you know, so you end up working out a couple times a day. And for me, your life becomes, you know, workout, rest, recover, eat, workout, rest, recover, eat, workout, rest, recover, sleep. But it's a very cool job because you feel like you're moving forward, like you're getting better at something. Like every day you see yourself improve, or every week, you know. So it's fun. You're improving yourself and learning new skills. It's a pretty cool gig.
And so
I would recommend it to anyone.
I'm in.
Guys,
He sold me.
guys.
I'm no tough guy, I have to say.
Yeah,
It just isn't me.
There's a lot of guys that aren't that tough. I offer up Kenny Florian. Not like a tough guy. Not a guy you'd think would fight, but he loves the art of it. The whatever logistics of it. Whatever the smart side of fighting is. He was great at that, But he's like the furthest guy. You would never see him in a bar fight. I don't think he's ever been in an argument, So it's not, it's not still, sometimes those stereotypes that these are meathead guys that just love to fight, they kind of stick around. But no, it's too much work. So the meatheads kind of wash out.
Mm-hmm. I hear that. So you get ready to walk stage center. What's that feeling like? With the crowd going crazy?
Well, I got to use the same old analogy I always do. So you ever been skydiving?
No.
So I have been. And I went skydiving and a couple times. So the first time, I'm sitting there on the plane with a dude strapped to my back thinking, this is the stupidest thing ever. I just paid money to jump out of a plane. I am an idiot. I was like, so when you're standing back, and they're like, you're on in 5. You're like, I've made some horrible life mistakes. Like, what part of me thought that fighting in a cage in front of thousands, millions of people would be a good idea? Like, why have I done this? But then as soon as you walk out and you hear, in this case it'd be 5,000 people screaming, chanting your name. As soon as you get in there, as soon as you get going, it's like when you hit the air skydiving. It just takes over and you want it to last forever. You don't want to land. You don't want the ride to end.
Well said. Well said.
I've obviously spent a lot of time working on that analogy. That wasn't off the top of my head. That's been sitting in there for a while.
But when you get into that cage, unlike boxing where you can go through the ropes and all that,
I rarely pee myself.
Really?
Rarely.
Because
on occasion.
that's got to be intense. I mean, you're in. There's no way out.
I tell you what, the only part of fighting I really didn't like, besides the dieting, was when the guy, Bruce Buffer, starts announcing the thing and doing the thing, and it's just like, come on, I'm in the cage. There's the guy I'm gonna fight. Let's do this. Shut up. Let's the fight now. I want to walk in the cage door shuts, and you just start fighting.
So you want to say it's time? And
Yeah. Hey, guess what? All right, you're fighting. Never mind. It's that's the worst part because it's just so. There's been so much buildup. You've been preparing for this for months, and then you're so close to where you want to be. But and as soon as you start it, the nerves take care of themselves. But when you're sitting there looking at the dude that wants to punch you in the head as hard as he can, and there's some guy talking about it, it's a little nerve-wracking.
Well, listen, thank you for coming in. We've got to get you off to other interviews to do here in the building.
You're done with me. That's it.
That's it.
Well, wait a minute. You did say basketball and football. What are your favorite teams?
I'm a Spurs fan ever since David Robinson had big arms. I really liked big muscles, so I like
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah. I have like a ton of teams. I have like 5 teams in both sports, and they're usually not very good. Big Hawks fan. Falcons, love the Falcons. I love the Browns.
What do you say about
Cavs.
the Patriots? What when I say Patriots?
I used to really, when the Patriots were really running things, I really hated them because they were always destroying my teams. But when Tom Brady went down, missed that year with the knee injury, and then came back and then struggled, lost in the Super Bowl, and he looked mortal, I actually started rooting for them a little bit,
So what you're saying is you think Bill Belichick is a genius?
I don't mind Bill Belichick. I get him.
Yes.
Greg Popovich is a lot like that.
Yeah.
They're very much that's a stupid question. Next question.
Yeah.
I think if I was a coach and I was all that stressed all the time, I would definitely wear sweater shirts.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick. I like this fashion sense. It's keeping it real fashion. I like it.